Hey y'all, Tim here. Well, today I'm gonna be doing a brisket, the almighty brisket. But first I gotta start out by mixing up an injection. So let's get started with that. Alright, for my injection, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use some beef broth and some of this robust ribeye marinade. I got this over at Smoking Bones in Rankin, just right outside of Savannah, Georgia. My buddy Mark over there turned me on to this. He said it'd be real good to mix with beef broth and use it as an injection. So I'm gonna try it out and see what I think. Also, I put a link in the description down below to Smoking Bones. So if you want to try this, you can go to his website and maybe order you some. All right, what I'm gonna do here. Take some beef broth here. I think I'm gonna go with about 2 cups of beef broth. Got a container I can shake them up in. And I'm making a mess, but it's all right. And I think I'm go with about a 1/2 cup of this marinade. Where's my 1/2 cup mark? There it is. And I'm doing about a 1/2 cup of this marinade. Close that, shake it all up. That's why I like using these things. You can shake these marinades up real good, get it all mixed together. All right, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, it smells pretty good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can smell the, I think his marinade's got a little soy sauce in it. So I can definitely smell a little soy sauce in there and some other seasonings and the beef broth. Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna shake this up for a little while longer, get everything kind of mixed together, and I'll start injecting it soon. All right, and what I'm gonna use as a rub is this SPG by Suckle Busters. And what the SPG is a salt, pepper, and garlic. It's kind of a simple rub I'm gonna put on the brisket, and it's kind of a Texas style. So I'm gonna try it out, see what I think of this. I also got this at Smoking Bones. So like I said, I put a link down in the description, and you can check this stuff out, see if you like it. All right, I got my brisket ready. Now I'm gonna get the marinade in here. Or marinade, I mean the injection. Sorry, how I like to inject this, I always inject with the grain. And I see the grain running this way. So what I'm gonna do, I guess I'm gonna start up here at the top. Just poke it in a little bit and squeeze some injection as you're pulling out. Just every few inches apart. About 1 inch apart or so. And come down a little bit, inject some more. And yeah, I'm making a mess. Alright, actually, yeah. Try this a little bit different. I'm going to squeeze as I push in. I make less of a mess. Look at that, we learn as we go. There we go, looking good. really feel it when you hit that fat layer. Alright, I think that looks good on the point there. I'm gonna hit the flat a little bit here. Going with the grain. I always like to go with the grain. Every few inches apart, and see I'm going in at an angle so I'm not going through the meat. Got stuck a little bit. That up there came out. Has a tendency to shoot everywhere. Alright, I think that side looks pretty good. Just rub it around. Get some of this marin, some of this injection all over it. Alright. Now, the grain's running like this. So I'm going to turn this. Actually, we'll turn the whole piece of meat around. It'll be easier for me to do it like this. There we go. And yeah, you can see that pretty good. Right, start up here at the top. Just going in. Oh. You only want to go in a couple of inches, maybe 2 inches at the most. I'm trying to go in maybe an inch, inch and a half at the most, really. And like I said, it's all at an angle, because these two pieces of meat here, there's a fat layer in between them, and believe me, you'll know when you hit that fat layer, and that fat layer is not going to take any injection. That fat layer is actually going to render down a little bit and make this thing nice and tender. Alright, like I said, you can see this, I'm going in at an angle. Squeezing, I can see actually pockets filling up all the way down. Then on the sides, I'm just going to go in on the sides and about halfway through, straight in. But still with the grain. And this is that nice flat here. This is where you get your burn ends from. Because once this thing cooks, about up to here is going to get really dark. Because for this to be done inside, this is going to be overcooked. So you slice it about right here and make little burn ends out of that. So that's going to be a very flavorful piece of meat when I get done with it. And now I'm just going about halfway through the flat here with the let's see this. So I know I didn't get this side over here. Still going with the grain. And this is just going to get all this kind of flavor right down into the meat. I hit that fat cap there. There we go. And that's a big piece of meat on the end. I'm just filling it up as much as I can. And what I think I'm going to do, I think this looks good, just finish what's in here. I think what I'm going to do is this injection, I'm going to put in a spray bottle, and I'm going to spritz it with the same injection throughout the cook. Kind of keep this thing nice and moist. I'll probably start, got all this juice all over the place. I'll probably start spritzing when this thing gets a good bark and set, because you don't want to spritz too early because you'll wash your bark off. So, let me get some paper towels and clean some of my mess up. Alright. It's messy, but it's going to be well worth it when this thing comes off. Alright. Now I'm not going to coat this in oil because I got this injection all over it and it's wet, so this rub's going to stick pretty good. So like I said, again, I'm using the SPG, salt, pepper, and garlic. That's all I'm doing with the brisket. Oh, it smells good. I smell that garlic. You're just gonna pat it in. Oh yeah, that looks real good. Look, the garlic's good to me. It's gonna be good though. Stand it up here. Get it all over the side. I think the salt and pepper and this garlic's gonna create a good bark on here. Just mash it all in. I'm telling you, I like the smell of this already. Just salt, pepper, and garlic. It's that simple. Excuse me. Oh yeah, that looks super good. All right, I think that looks pretty good. All right, I'm gonna let it sit here, let it soak in, especially the salt, let it soak in the salt, the pepper, and the garlic for maybe an hour or so. Let me go light the grill, and I'll get back with you once I get the grill lit and everything. All right, I just put the brisket on. It is 1:10 a.m. I've got a probe down here at one end of the brisket. I've got another one here at this end of the brisket, so that way I can tell the temperatures at each end of the brisket. Alright guys, the brisket's been on probably about 7 hours now. It's almost 8 o'clock. And these are the temperatures that it's running. The 225, that is on the end of the flat. The 246, that's the point end. Internal brisket, the 149 is the flat. The 168 is the point. So those are my temperatures that I'm running in on the brisket. All right, let's take a look at the brisket. Like I said, it's been on for about 7 hours. Yeah, looking good. Got some juice running out of it. Also got some eggs over there. That's gonna be breakfast. They'll be coming off in a minute. Make some egg salad with some smoked eggs. But every hour or so I've been spritzing her. Try to keep it moist. I've got some pretty good bark starting to form. Up top here, I can see it. See that smoke ring in there. All right. And I think it's about at the stall right now, but I'm not completely happy with the bark, so I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer until I get the bark I want. Then I'll think about wrapping it. All right, the brisket's been on for 11 hours now. It's 12 o'clock now. So let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, it's dark. It's got a nice crust on it. The temperature on it is about 160 in the flat and about 180 in the point. And oh yeah, it's looking nice. I think I'm gonna pull it off and wrap it up. All right, I got the brisket on. I wrapped it up. It's been on for about an hour now wrapped. The internal temperature is up to 177. So it's got a few more hours to go. But like I said, whenever it gets up to about 195, 198, I'm gonna take it off. So but yeah, it's wrapped, it's going. It's, like I said, a few more hours. Alright guys, this is the brisket cook. Alright, tell you what you're looking at. This is in front of the brisket, this is behind the brisket. On the grill, these are grill temperatures. Over here are in the brisket. The top is the flat, and the 194 is the point. I've already wrapped the brisket. I know the point's hotter because I'm thinking there's more fat content in there. It's rendering more. It's heating up a little bit more. And this is about midway through the flat. I know if I was on the end where the burn ends were, it'd be a lot higher. But I wanted about midway through it. I know I want to pull it off around 195, and this is getting close to 198, but the flat is still a little high, so I may let this ride up to 200. So that's the dilemma I'm having right now. But you know, every piece of meat is different. All right, those are the temps right there. I got 196 in the flat, 201 in the point. I think I'm about to pull it off. I'm gonna pull it off and let it rest for about 3 hours. All right, guys. The brisket's been on for about 14 hours now. The temps hit 197 and 201. So I'm gonna pull it off now. Oh, juicy. And I'm gonna leave it wrapped up, and I'm gonna wrap it in this towel. All right, follow me. All right, now I got the brisket wrapped up in a towel. I'm gonna put it in my cooler. Stick it down there in the cooler, and I'm gonna let it rest for about 2, maybe 3 hours. And The internal temperature got up to like 197, so you know that's gonna climb a little bit. I'm hoping it gets up to about 203. Then it's gonna start cooling down. It's gonna take hours for this thing to cool down. This is a big piece of meat, so I'm not really worried about it being too cold. So just stick it in the cooler and just let it rest. All right. All right, guys. The brisket is done. It has rested for about 3 hours now. So, and I'm hungry and I'm ready to take a bite of this. So it's still wrapped up. Let's unwrap it together. So, let's jump into it. So, I don't even know where to begin with this thing. So, all right, I'm gonna slice it about up to here. Let's see what she looks like. All right, at first it feels a little tough, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be honest with you. And maybe that's my cooking method. And take a look at that. And I figured this was gonna dry out a little bit, especially towards the ends there. That should have been burnt ends, I guess. Or should I say towards the point? Don't let that fall. But if you're looking at this, it's a nice, beautiful smoke ring. Got a beautiful smoke ring through this thing. So, let me turn this over. Right, this grain is running that way. Let me slice it about right here. Let's get rid of this thing right here. I'll slice that later. So, all right. Tell you this point looks a lot better than that. Than the flat. Oh, that looks super good. Oh man. You know what? Oof, take that off of there. Oh. I'm just gonna slice this whole entire thing up and see what I think of it. Let's take a look at a piece right through here. Oh, look at that. Separate that piece right there. Oh, would you look at that? Let's see if I can focus you in a little bit. You know, it's kind of hard with this camera. Look how juicy that is. So, oh, oh man. I'm gonna try a piece of this. All right. Oh my God. So juicy. Well, the flat kind of dried out a little bit. Had a beautiful smoke ring, but the point, oh my God, it's on point. Oh, it is so good. Oh, that point is so good. That is so good. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be, right? So, up on its own weight. And, oh, let me turn this side. That beautiful smoke ring. That's so good. So good. Now let's look at the flat. I can tell it's a little dry. Let me grab a mediocre piece here. See how it kind of flops over. It is a little dry. It does have a beautiful smoke ring to it though. And let's do the pull test. Actually, it's not that dry. That's damn good. Oh, I love the smoky flavor of it. And I guess it looked dry, but the flavor is on point. Got a really good flavor. That bark, that's what it is. The salt, pepper, garlic bark. Oh man, that's amazing. And I'm telling you, it looked. I was slicing into the flat here. I was like, oh, it looks a little dry. But now that I taste it, that's so good. Well, I guess I'm gonna close out the video here so I can eat some more of this by myself. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed it.